I'm not ready, man. I don't want to know how ugly the game has gotten, but let's check out the battle data since we finally have it for Regulation D. Oof, that is not a lot of players, even though Regulation D is better than Regulation C. I would hope, like, maybe for once we see a season tick up, but it doesn't look like it. So, Urshifu's number 2. Not good for my teams. Oh, wait, Water Urshifu? Oh, we're already getting into the spicy. Whoa, Iron Bundle's 10th? Golden goes 8th. Okay, so we have some, like, comparing to do as well. Season 7 got really ugly there at the end. Yeah, Golden Go was 3rd. Okay. Also, 300,000 players for Season 7. Huh, interesting. Man, I just don't want to know, like, how schizophrenic these Japanese players have gotten with their anti-tanking. Fluttermane being number 1. This is something that keeps happening, but I just never, ever see it in my battles, and it's not even that common on the enemy team. So 31% on the Calm Mind, though. Good amount of proper play, only 0.2% on the Citrus Berry. They doing it wrong. I mean, like, Booster Energy Calm Mind, I guess, closes out a game. Some mad lad out there is with the Assault Vest, and then just specs on all those stats. Not that crazy, but the Urshifu. So, Water Urshifu, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aqua Jet, U-Turn, which means the item is going to be, oh my god, no one knows how to play Pokemon. What? Punching Glove? I'm very confused. Focus Sash is uncommon. I think I got bodied by a Focus Sash, which was kind of unfair. It's only 15%. Good amount of Scarf. Lower Bandit. Oh, the problem is, like, when you have 34, 28, 15, 15, you can't predict anything that Urshifu is up to, except the moveset seems pretty consistent. Few of them are setting up a Swords Dance, but this is just, like, an attacking Pokemon, which is weird. Heatran, alright. What is Heatran doing? Earth Power, Magma Storm, Flash Cannon, Terra Blast. Only 25% on the Taunt. 14% on the Substitute. Probably has something to do with Choice Specs usage, except not. So people aren't even, like, busting down on Choice Specs. It's Assault Vest, which is weird. So I guess they're kind of, like, tanking and just foregoing themselves to an Earthquake, except for the Terra Grass to absorb it. So Terra Grass, 30% Terra Blast. Just kind of round out the coverage and not get one shot. Hasn't been a problem for me, except when I get, like, Magma Storm Salt Cure stalled. But other than that, like, yeah, I just kind of baited out, and then I used King Gambit and Metal Burst it, and no problems. Chien Pao at 4. Alright, what's Chien Pao doing? Because this Pokemon can be annoying if you're trying to use tanks. But has gone off the taunt. And that means I don't need to fear it as much. 2/3 Sucker Punch. Everyone I've seen has used Sucker Punch. Icicle Crash. And then Ice Shard is sometimes. 3% Sheer Cold. Attaboy. Wait, I thought this thing got Taunt. It does get Taunt. Then why have I seen it use Taunt? Alright. Also, my app reset. Let me go back and check that again to make sure I'm not crazy. So, weird. And also, what's the item usage? 50% Focus Sash, which is kind of annoying because, yeah, it's like Focus Sash, Swords Dance, and then it tries to run you over, and then you get into Sucker Punch mind games. 20% wall breaking on the Choice Band, and then 5 weirdos running the Scarf. Landorus. This is the big question. This is, every time I see a Landorus, I, like, psych myself out as to what it's running. Okay. That doesn't help. And all Earthquake, a lot of U-Turn, Rock Tomb Stealth Rock, small taunt usage again. So I guess, like, the Japanese players, if they want to run anti-tank, they're dedicating it to, like, Iron Bundle, Dragonite for the common ones, and then just, like, some other weird off movesets or something. And then, like, no Swords Dance, so we're not worrying about that. Stealth Rock's at 44%, so that's kind of a coin flip. And then, still Scarfed. I don't recall seeing Scarfed ones. I thought they were, like, doing damage with that Choice Band. Then Citrus Berry setup. Okay, so yeah, like, all these Pokemon, the movesets have gotten so varied, but also, like, very targeted, to where it shuts down or does well against one thing, and you just have to a 1 in 4 chance of predicting it. But you have to remember, it always uses the moveset that directly counters you no matter how low the usage. Seen Zapdos on teams, no one's brought Zapdos. Roost, Hurricane, Volt Switch, Discharge. So we got some annoyance. No physical Zapdos. Golden Go. Golden Go is also another one where I'm like, alright, this is where I get fed up. 27% choice specs, 21% scarf. Half of them are running a choice item and tricking you, 41%. And then we've just seen some of the most, like, disgusting, outrageous stuff where it's like, trick, nasty plot, recover, make it rain. They actually run that. Or, like, trick, sub, nasty plot, make it rain, which is why the Shadow Ball usage is like, not as high as the make it rain. It's kind of weird. Or even then, like, trick, nasty plot, make it rain, Shadow Ball seems to be pretty common. Just filthy. Just filthy. A Pokemon that can't be status, that's meant to, like, beat out tanks, also needs trick, just in case, because the tanks have gotten that crazy. Iron Bundle, down to 10th. Booster Energy, Choice Specs, 10% Focus Sash. I feel like my encountering has been higher than that. And then 62% Encore. Alright, let's go back to Season 4 Singles, where Iron Bundle was 6th. And it's another weird thing where it's like, Iron Bundle 10th, Fluttermane 1st. My experience has that completely flipped, where it's like always Iron Bundle, man. Looking about the same right there, and then Encore 47%. But 2/3 of the Iron, if it's not specs, and then that's again like the coin flip, is it 60% chance it's not specs and going to run you over? Or is it 30% chance it's specs, and then you actually don't have to worry about the Encore, but you get run over because you're too scared to, like, get your tank out there? 13 on the Ursaluna. 78% left. Yeah, Flame Orb, I mean, not leftovers. Leftovers at 10%. I believe it. Assault Vest leftovers, I think, are better on this Pokemon. Because when you get the Flame Orb, you're too binary. And then, like, weird stuff can happen with knockoff, trick, thief, stuff like that. Facade, Earthquake, Drain Punch, coverage, the Protect. So 1 in 4 really trying to, like, guarantee that Flame Orb. But you can also switch in on Bulk. Not a lot of Bulk up. Yawn is terrifying. And then some Ice moves at the bottom. Okay. Dragonite 6th. Again, it's like number 1 and 2 are Dragonite and Iron Bundle in my experience, but alright. Rocky Helmet. Yeah, Rocky Helmet's everywhere. That's 100% usage in my experience. Heavy Duty Boots. Why? No. I think maybe I've seen one Choice Band Dragonite, but that's too honest, so it gets run over. And that's the same thing. Extreme Speed, Earthquake, Roost, Dragon Dance, but 31% on that Encore instead of the Dragon Dance, which is kind of weird. And Fire Spin's down to 5%. It's like at the bottom, but I have that cut off so I can actually scale this up instead of just having like a tiny, thin little gameplay showing. 6% Fire Spin. Why did I see it twice? Why am I so paranoid of the Fire Spin Encore Dragonite when it's like not getting used? Except again, like no matter how low the usage is, you always go up against the 1% strat that is dedicated to countering you in the most fantastic and BS of ways. But still, 30% Encore is disgusting. I kind of want to go back. Like, when did the Encore trend catch on for Dragonite, where Dragonite was number 1 in singles? And 30% Encore. Okay, yeah. Was it that big in Season 1? Golden Go was the golden boy for that first season, and... Is my thing glitched? Did I click on doubles? Season 1 singles, Dragonite, move, no Encore. What? I'm more surprised about the OG data now that we've had, you know, so many months of all this crazy stuff than I am about the current data. This current data is just BS. And like, yeah, look at how scuffed everyone was back then. And I guess we got 1.2 million people, you know, all that like optimization and super sweaty stuff, and maybe some English players actually playing the game. This also could be like maybe Japanese players didn't immediately want to go to anti-tanking. We can actually click on Golden Go, and then we can find out how many Golden Go we're running Trick as well. 30%. Okay. I mean, as you can see, like, like it's just always been creep. It's always anti-tank, anti-setup creep. But some people were just so naive. And also, I think it was just like everyone was running the team because rank 1 Dragonite was extreme speed Terra normal, which was still garbage, but yeah, not as much roost. And then like then Dragonite just progressively got more stally and anti-setup. All right, let's go back to Season 8 and see what other madness has developed. Mimikyu, I'm gonna be surprised by like how low the curse, or nope, how high the curse is. I was like, oh yeah, Pain Split curse. Pain Split's down. Curse is still 50%. Life Orb. And then they're all Life Orb still. No like leftovers weirdness. Okay. And 16 is like getting usage, and then we have Dark Urshifu. Isn't getting run, but it's always going to be a Choice Band, or a Focus Sash, or a Choice Scarf. Punching Glove is different here. Terra Dark. Just, yeah, this is like the ultimate wall breaking. Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Sucker Punch. And then U-Turn, which is terrible, but they're running it. What else is there to look at? Like Baxcalibur, have people... It's loaded dice mostly, and Assault Vest. Very few Choice Band. Choice Band Glaive Rush just does too much damage, but people are still crutching the Icicle Spear. Now, Icicle Spear loaded dice is good because you then get like the high base power if you can get that Dragon Dance off, and the Focus Sash is non-existent. Slowking, seen a lot of these, and they're all running Acid Spray to anti-tank. Let's go. Gargantusalt's in, Clodsire, starting. Then now we're just kind of getting. Yo, Wo-Chin is like 33rd, and I saw like 5 of them in a row or something ridiculous. Leftovers, Leech Seed, Protect, some sub, others Giga Drain. I saw like 2 knockoffs. Yeah, it's like my experience is that, you know, it's also one of those things that I'm always high rank and master rank and stuff. It's like, okay, so all the other garbage is just like noise from the majority of bad players, and then it's actually like the 20% moveset that's super anti-tank optimized. It's like the only thing I'm seeing, so it's the only thing making it to master. Also saw a disproportional amount of Breloom. Spore, Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, Bulldoze, Rock Tomb. Nothing else. Okie dokie. Haven't seen a Zoroark. Iron Moth dropped off. King Gambit. King Gambit's like the best Pokemon in Generation 9. How is it 42nd? 42% Guillotine usage. Attaboy. 57% Assault Vest. There we go. But yeah, also, the number one stat you need to be aware of at any time is the nature of a Golden Go. So majority modest, like half are modest. That's like speed creep stuff you need to keep an eye on, and then timid is weird. But then there's like Scarf Trick anyways. But like Scarf Timid Golden Go damage, not terrifying. Scarf Modest, not even that crazy. Unfortunately, we don't have like the exact individual stats. Funny thing is, a lot of people were running Samurott in free battle when it like first came out, but I guess over June, that usage just plummeted because that's a garbage Pokemon. Man, Volcarona is so good, guys. Gotta ban it. Bascu Legion, not getting a lot of pickup. Toxapex, Roaring Moon, Skeledirge. So it's kind of weird how like Pokemon that had presence and were a bit oppressive, at least to my team setups, have like really dropped off, which is good for me. But then it is annoying when like everything is the same and I'm going to get countered by Dragonite Encore and an Encore and another Encore and then like a Whirlwind or something and maybe a Taunt. Then when you get down here, it's like, yeah, people just kind of running whatever. Blissey Chansey, people use that about the same. Respect to the Vaporeon out there. Someone's with a female Bascu Legion. Drifblim. Let's see the Drifblim moveset. We always got to keep up on that. Oh, here we go. Minimize Baton Pass, Strength Sap, Stockpile. Stockpile's lower than Sub. I guess like passing a Sub. Because like if you do this against a physical Pokemon, it's kind of guaranteed where it's like Strength Sap, Strength Sap, or actually no, you don't even lead it because you go Minimize, Citrus Berry proc. Ooh, Seeds. What? Am I on doubles? What is going on? Okay, so I mean like Minimize, Citrus Berry, Strength Sap, Minimize, Strength Sap, Sub, doesn't break because they're too weak, and then you just like Minimize Baton Pass, game over. Stockpile's still better though, but you can see how it pieces together. Some people running Air Slash for Flinch Cheese, Destiny Bond, Will-O-Wisp. Nonsense. Then the usage is kind of weird and all over the place. It really is crazy how, like, you see these Pokemon sometimes, like, there's some kind of strategy, and, like, there's good Pokemon, even, like, below 50 into the hundreds and stuff. But you can also see how they get exploited, and they just don't keep up with where the game is. How Game Freak did not just, like, Pokemon Home balance and, like, Giga Nerf Golden Go, remove Encore from Dragonite and Iron Bundle, kind of blows me away. People run Tinglu. So, like, yeah, it's like, these are the Pokemon we're seeing. But there's nothing that, like, stands out where it's like, oh, that's why that's going on. Yeah, this is why my games are so terrible. And then, like, I get into it, and it's like, it's one of those things where you use this as your sanity check. You get run over by something, you go, nah, I gotta look that up. Where's Pokemon Home? What are they doing here? You know, what are the odds that 3%? You know, that's kind of all it's for. And then it's just kind of weird because, you know, low player base, pretty much only Japanese players. Game's dead in the West. Game keeps on getting more and more dead. Too much cheating that's not addressed in VGC. And then it's kind of straightforward. But we have seen more honest players as well. We're just like, sorry kid, you were too honest, so we body you. And then we just go up against a Encore, Dragonite, and Iron Bundle, and then it all feels the same. So, usage, kind of crazy. Pokemon variety, non-existent until, like, you actually get into, you know, some interesting viability and usage and stuff. And then it's mostly going to be about the individual things as they pop up, as you hear me on stream in a video where I don't pull up the screen for this, but I go, nah, and then complain about the garbage I went up against, like the Gastrodon that had a Focus Sash 2% of the time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Pokemon Home data, always fun. Not as fun and interesting as I thought it was going to be, as like some of the other ones, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Also, yeah, Band Spectre, guys, so strong, so ridiculous. Terra Fairy, though, only 34% Terra Blast. Draining Kiss, really? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.